Lisa loves Jace. So give me 1 second. Good evening, Scam Slam. Good evening. Let me bring up the picture, and we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this party started. Give me 1 second, everybody, while I grab the picture. There we go. All right. So this is who we are bringing awareness about. And then we're also, good evening, everybody. We're also gonna, I added Love Amy to the live stream tonight because, good evening, everybody. For the simple, we're barely getting started, Kaya. Our focus tonight is going to be Lisa loves Jace and Love Amy. Those are my main two focuses tonight. She looks scared. That's how she looks when she's live streaming. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So, how many people have seen Lisa? Also goes by Lisa Loves Jace, Lisa Richards, you know. Oh, good evening, Trishan. Richards. Richards. Yeah, they say she was. And that's why I know a lot of people said that a lot of people have brought awareness about her and that nothing is happening. There you go, Scam Slam Richard. And that I'm late to the party. That's what people were telling me, that a lot of people already brought awareness about her. But you know, you can never bring too much awareness, because the more awareness you bring, the more creators, or not even creators, people in anti-scam community, the more awareness that you bring, the better it is. So it's not too late. I've been watching Lisa for quite a while. So yes, she does hugs. She does hugs. So that's why it's important to bring awareness, because the simple fact, just because other people brought awareness and it didn't, it's not really helping out, doesn't mean that we're not going to bring awareness about Lisa Loves Jace. Yeah, exactly. Because I was on the live stream, I believe it was yesterday. It was yesterday. And for years, yes. Let me bring let me bring Scam Slam up here. Scam Slam, are you still in here? If Scam, oh, there we go. Scam Slam is right here.
Hello, how are you?
Good evening. Oh, you're echoing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it okay, or should I go out and come back in?
Pro, drop down.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um. Yeah. So, like I said, when I joined that live stream yesterday, people were telling me I was already too late to bring awareness. I've been watching Lisa for a while, so Dax is live. Thank you, Gotch One. Yeah. So, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Like I said, we are covering Lisa Loves Jace, and also I've added Love Amy to this list.
Hi, is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Still
Anybody have any suggestions? Should I close out my app and come back?
I'll mute.
Okay. I'm not sure what you wanted me to express about Lisa, but I've been Following her for over a year and a half, so I know a lot of her history. Um, she's been very active lately. She just had 4 different accounts banned, and she did start a new account as well just today. So I know the name of that. I don't know if you want to follow her or not, but and she's made a couple of posts on Instagram today where she's still obviously upset with whoever her I guess her former friend who used to date her ex. Um Even though that's a long gone situation from years ago, apparently she's still upset about that. Um her new page is called, let me see. Uh this is all one word. Life Be Like That For Real is her new account. And she just started that one today. She posted it on her Facebook and on her Instagram, stating that that was her new TikTok name. And she also went live on Facebook last night after she got banned on her TikTok accounts. And in the video, the Facebook video, she is having a problem flipping the camera around to show her face, and she shows scenes from around her room or her apartment or whatever, um, which is not in good condition. If you're not on her Reddit page, there are pictures posted on her Reddit page and some videos and updates. Her Reddit page has 4.4K members. And it is Lisa Angel Girl Snark, but girl is spelled Gurl. Um, so that's very active, and we share videos, screenshots, information on there. One thing that I do want to stress, because I always see on Reddit and in various comments um, that they feel that CPS is failing Jace, her son. I actually used to work as a childline caseworker in Pennsylvania, so I used to work for the state and take reports of abuse and neglect and things like that. And unfortunately, it is our crappy child abuse laws that are actually to blame and not the CPS, because they can't just take some kind of serious action like removing a child or anything of that sort without some higher level professional um, recommending that and certifying that. So their hands are tied. They can't do things that are going to violate our laws. They can't just illegally remove a child from a situation. So they aren't permitted to make those kind of decisions. So the action would need to start at the top, which is very difficult because it means our legislators and politicians would need to revise our state child abuse laws. Um, so it's not CPS. CPS does care, and they have been involved, and they've been trying to intervene. And
We lost Scam Slam. Uh-oh. Let's wait for Scam Slam to come back in. We lost her. So I have been watching Lisa. Oh, there she is. Are you there?
yep, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
So there. What I was saying was, CPS's hands are tied by our crappy child abuse laws, unfortunately, and they operate because of the law in a more proactive, or I should say reactive, rather than proactive stance. Unfortunately, they don't um, step in until something serious happens, and it's unfortunate. They do not. Somebody in the comments said, "Can't they take him for her doing rugs?" No, they do not do that. The only time that they would intervene when there's rugs involved would be if the child was actually affected by the rugs. So let's say that, a parent either on purpose or accidentally has their rugs in the house and either gives them to the child or lets them laying around for the child to actually ingest them. And then the child is taken to a hospital and a doctor certifies that, yes, this child was impaired by these rugs, then that would be a situation. So yes, there needs to be a push for better laws. And yes, someone mentioned neglect of her dog. I know that there have been calls and reports about that many times. What happened with the dog was that, well, first of all, it doesn't appear that she takes that dog out hardly at all. CPS does care. Um, Answering the comments. I'm in Pennsylvania, same state as Lisa, so I'm familiar with our system. But with the dog, a few months ago, well, I don't want to say a few months ago, I want to say about 3 weeks ago, people donated money to get the dog's nails clipped, and they were excessively long, like really, really bad. Like when there are pictures on the Reddit page, and people donated like I think 35 or $40 for her to get the dog's nails clipped. And she stated that her dad took her to do that, to get that taken care of. Recently, people were asking to see the dog and the nails, and she was not um, showing him on camera. So people were getting concerned that maybe she didn't take care of this. And she went live then after everybody kept asking and said that her father, that she did get the nails done and she got a bunch of other things done, 2 shots and registration and stuff, and it was over $200 and her dad paid for it. Well, it has since come out, and again, there are pictures on Reddit where she kind of accidentally showed the dog's nails when she was holding the dog, and the dog's nails are not clipped. And they're to the point where they are so long that this dog would be likely in pain to even be walking around or doing any type of normal activities. So there have been reports made about the dog. And there have been reports made to CPS. Um, but again, they can't really intervene unless there's something, I hate to say it, but something serious happens here. Um, I don't know if there's anything else specific that I can clarify, but I've been following her for a long time. When she goes live, she blocks a lot of people. When she goes live, and if I'm available, I live stream her from my platform, so you don't have to watch her on her page, on her account. You can watch from my account, and we provide some commentary and things like that along the way as we're watching her, and then we usually have a discussion afterward. But yeah, she's had 4 accounts banned over the past 2 or 3 days already now, and has a new one. So she doesn't have a lot of followers on this new account yet, so I don't think she can go live yet. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But it's really sad. She gets survivor benefits for Jace, her son, because of the father passing away several years ago of an OD. And I have heard information that she also gets some type of other assistance, some type of Social Security assistance. I'm not sure if that's verified or not. But she does also receive food stamps, even though she begs for food a lot. Recently, she's been on begging for anywhere from $6 to $10 for cigarettes. I actually got a message from her on a new account that she had started yesterday, which is now banned. And because last night she was begging for $20 for DoorDash from McDonald's, and it was like 1:30 in the morning, which they do deliver. Some people were saying, oh, DoorDash isn't open and they don't deliver at that time. Yes, they do. But she was asking for that, and she ended up messaging me directly. She don't know who I am. It's not on this account. Okay, it's from an alt account. She messaged me on an alt account and was begging me for $8 more, saying that they had ordered food but they didn't have enough to pay for it. And any of you who use DoorDash know that it doesn't work that way. Like, you have to pay with a card and it's paid up front. You don't owe them money when they get there. She was saying, I really need help. I really need help. I need $8. Also, a few nights ago, someone that I know was contacted by Lisa, and Lisa gave this person their phone number. And this person had a conversation on the phone with Lisa. Lisa immediately started crying, begging for $10. And she said that she owed her neighbor $10, and if she didn't give him this $10 immediately, that he was going to pew pew her. Um, and this my friend did not believe that. She just believed she was just trying to get $10. She later, after my friend declined to send her $10, she was asking for $6, and she was asking for that to be sent to her daughter Abby's Cash App. She's had multiple Cash Apps shut down because they've been reported as scams and frauds. So now she's trying to use her daughter's Cash App. And her Venmo has been shut down. Her PayPal, I'm not sure, is working. I know she still has Chime. Her new account, for those who are asking, it's all one word. It's Life Be Like That for Real. All one word. And I believe the profile picture is of her dog, which is ironic, because there are concerns about the dog, obviously. Um, I'm not sure if there's any other things that I can clarify, but yes, she is on rugs. She goes to a methadone clinic 6 days a week, but she's obviously ingesting other substances on top of that. There was it's been really crazy. She's told a lot of lies. She has said that her son had brain cancer. That was one of her first scams. Then she said her father had passed, which he is very alive and well. A lot of times she begs for money for Ubers when in fact her father drives her to the clinic every day and anywhere she needs to go. And there was a whole funny episode actually of that where he ended up being called Fatty. She said she tried to claim that her father was her Uber driver, and she called him Daddy while she was on live. And so people were like, I thought you were in an Uber. And she said, oh no, I didn't say Daddy, I said Thaddy. My Uber driver's name is Thad. They call him Thaddy. So that was a whole interesting episode. There was last year the Easter basket issue where she begged for all this money for Easter baskets and then never got them. She's begged for money to take him to the science center, to the pool, to a festival, a fair that was not even happening, and never took him anywhere. Begged for money for all those things for Jay. She recently begged for money to take him to the movies, never took him to the movies. He was going to a summer camp this past summer, and it was all paid for by a scholarship, but she was still online begging for, I think, around $200 for the fee for the camp, but it was confirmed that that was all paid for. Then she was begging for supplies for the camp, and her sister actually provided all of those things. Yes, recently she was begging for money to go to the hospital to see her mother. And my understanding is that her mother did have just a minor procedure done and was only in the hospital for maybe a day or two. Her mother was already home and recuperating, and she was still begging for Uber money to supposedly go to the hospital to see her mother. She was literally standing around the corner from her apartment building, claiming to be stranded at the hospital and needed to get a ride home, but she was not at the hospital. Somebody else brought up some other issue. I'm trying to remember. She begs for food a lot. She does get food stamps. Oh yes, she did claim her son had Lyme disease, and that was all false. That was a whole big thing. So yeah, if you want to get caught up, the best way to do that is Reddit. She's had it, or you can search her usernames on TikTok. A lot of her usernames were called Lisa Loves Jace. She used to also go by, sorry for motorcycle sound. She used to also go by Angels Move in Silence. as a username. Oh, she pretended to be someone named Miranda because people were starting to find out who she was. So she came on under a new account pretending to be a different person named Miranda, claiming to help the homeless. She's claimed to be a doctor. She's claimed to be a NICU nurse. She's claimed to be clean office buildings, a grocery bagger, an addictions counselor, and she's had none of those jobs. She claimed she had a daughter named Annabella who passed away in an abandoned house in Baltimore, and there is no such daughter. There never was. It was a completely made up story. Yes, she has said that Jace was having serious health issues. Gosh, there's just been so much with her. There's been so many lies with her, and she gets caught. And people have tried to help her to go into rehab. There's been times where she's agreed to go, but then she never goes. I'm not sure if she's ever been to a real rehab. If she has, it's been years. I know she has said that she has been going to that methadone clinic for over 18 years. So that is a very long time, and you would think that she would be trying to get off of that, or wean off of that at this point, because she's been having to go there 6 days a week for the last 18 years, and it's an inconvenience to her family, who is, her father's providing transportation back and forth every day. So yeah, she's collected money for a lot of fake things, including very serious things, unalives and serious health conditions and things like that. So yeah, you just never know what she's gonna say next. I actually have like a little, if you look on Reddit, there's actually a clip. I don't know if you can hear this. Oh, it says video no longer available. There was a clip on there where she said that, like, the reason she cries so much is because that's when people give her money. People give her money when she cries and puts on a big scene.
I'm not
Here we
trying
go.
to take
Here you go.
advantage of
This is her.
anybody, okay? Big Cole passed away, okay? I have kids I have to take care of. And if I get on and I tell the truth, Yins laugh at me. If I get on and put on a show, you send money.
There you go. So what she's doing is getting on, putting on a show, making up stuff. When CPS comes out, she tells them that when she's live on TikTok that she is just portraying an act, that it's all basically a skit, and that none of these things that she's saying are true, that she's just playing a persona on TikTok. And unfortunately, there's a member of her family who enables that and sticks up for her when CPS comes around, and kind of covers for a lot of the issues that are going on. Somebody again asked for the Reddit name. Maybe somebody can type it in the chat. It is Lisa Angel Girl Snark, all one word, but girl is spelled Gurl, not GIRL. Yeah, her daughter has called her out. It is alleged that her daughter is pregnant. Her daughter herself has verified it in a variety of ways, and so has one of Lisa's sisters. But yet we haven't seen her or anything like that. Originally, the daughter said she was going to give the child up for adoption, but now there's talk of keeping this child. So there's certainly a big concern if that child is going to be raised in that household as well. Last night when she was live, there was a lot of arguing going on between her and her children, with Jace and with Abby, her daughter. She didn't have a hysterectomy, she said. She clarified and said she had a different type of procedure. So I'm not sure what other questions I can answer, but I know a lot about her. I make sure that I catch her every time that she's live. And I live stream her when I can. So feel free to follow me and watch along with us when she's live. I try to cover her as much as possible. I'm not sure if Jace hit her. There was one video where she was holding her phone in front of her face, and then it looked like he kind of like hit her phone, and then it kind of bonked her a little bit. And then there was a video from a few days ago when she was live that I was watching, and you could clearly hear some type of smack, but you could only see Lace's face in the frame. So it's unknown as to like if she smacked him or he smacked her or what happened there. But it definitely sounded like a smack, but you weren't able to like actually see anything on camera or live. No, she's not live right now. She has a new account. She's had 4 accounts banned in the past couple of days. Her new one is Life Be Like That For Real. All one word. Oh, she said ouch on one of them. Yeah. So I feel bad for Jace too. And what's concerning is, somebody mentioned this picture. In the past, Lisa has displayed behaviors which have made her eyes not look that way. They've been more droopy, half closed, completely closed sometimes. We've seen her nod off on live, where it seemed like she was on almost like a downer or something. But now, over the past, I would say, week, her eyes have been bugged out like that. So I'm concerned that she may be taking some other type of different rug that is causing a different facial features and eyes. Yes, somebody mentioned that Jace was saying some inappropriate words. She has said some inappropriate words. She has said the N word, and then she went on live and tried to justify all of it, which was awful. She made it much worse by her trying to justify saying the N word. But yeah, and her son does talk to her in a very harsh manner. Sometimes he's called her names, and he's told her she needs to go to rehab. He's yelled at her and things like that. But you have to remember that he is acting out. He is stuck with her pretty much 24/7 because he goes to cyber school, so he doesn't leave that apartment to go to school. The only time he really leaves is when he goes to like a youth group thing at his church on Wednesday nights for a few hours, and sometimes he'll go to church on a Sunday. He is 11, and you have to remember that basically he is the victim of some potential abuse and neglect in this home. So I don't really subscribe to the fact of harshly judging a victim. Okay, because essentially he is a victim, and he's not in a good situation. Imagine being in that type of environment 24/7, and especially if you know anything about the situation. Her house is not in the best condition because of a lot of maintenance and cleanliness issues that are her responsibility. There is pet urine and feces. There is a number of bugs. There was even a video where a roach was crawling on her headset while she was on live. There are pictures posted on Reddit. Some are recent from her post from last night on Facebook of what the mattresses look like and what the rooms and walls look like. People have given her money for cleaning supplies, and her sister has even taken cleaning supplies over to her house, so that was not an excuse for the conditions. But I haven't really seen any change in the conditions of her home the entire time I've been watching her. Someone asked why he hasn't been taken. I already kind of covered that, but I'll circle back around. The CPS workers are not permitted to even make those kind of decisions in Pennsylvania. The issue is our crappy I'm in Pennsylvania, and I worked as a Commonwealth of Pennsylvania child line caseworker, where I took these type of reports and would have to follow up on them. And CPS cannot just illegally remove a child from the home. They have to follow what our child abuse laws are, and it's the way that our child abuse laws are written. It really ties the hands of the CPS workers. Any type of potential abuse or neglect needs to be certified by someone that is at a much higher level than a caseworker. In most cases, it has to be something that is certified by an actual physician, a dentist, or a psychiatrist, someone of that level, not a caseworker. So their hands are tied, and there's only so much that they can do. They can recommend plans and recommend counseling and things like that. But, when they come out, like I said, she's saying that she's just playing a persona on TikTok, and they can't make her get off TikTok. What she's doing is not going on TikTok, is not considered, is not anything that they would handle. She says she's playing a persona, that she's playing a role and acting, doing a skit, that it's almost like satire or something like that. And, and she says, like, hey, like, I'm going to the methadone clinic. I go to a counselor at the methadone clinic. I am already going to counseling. So I don't know what his situation is with his schooling, or what type of grades or attendance that he has. But that could potentially be an issue if he's not keeping up with that. When he was in public school, she did receive charges for truancy because she was not sending him to school regularly, with valid excuses. He missed a lot of days and was tardy a many number of times, to the point where she was prosecuted and had to pay fines. She also has charges because, and I believe the story is, because she's told it, I believe the story was, and correct me if I'm wrong, that she tried to pretend to be some type of medical professional, like a nurse or something, and snuck into some type of medical facility and stole a doctor's prescription pad, and then wrote out prescriptions for herself to fill and to get rugs that she wanted. Okay, a nurse. She is in Allegheny County, somebody is asking me. If you are a mandated reporter, then yes, you do have to call if you suspect abuse or neglect. I mean, you have to. Our state has gotten very serious with mandated reporting. And so you're mandated by law to call them. There is a 1-800 number that anyone can call 24/7, and that is the agency that I used to work for. They're staffed 24/7, 365. It is called PA Childline, and you can file a report for any issues in Pennsylvania. I'll actually look up that number for you because I don't remember it offhand. It's 1-800-932-0313. It's a toll-free hotline. And if you do decide to call, like again, if you're calling over minor things, it's not really going to help the situation. Again, they're not going to. They already have reports, so, and they already know a lot of what's going on. If you're calling because to report she's on rugs, they're not going to do anything about that. If you're calling to report that the house is dirty, they're not going to do anything about that. The only way they would do something about the house being dirty or unsanitary is if it actually affected his health somehow, and he actually got sick or something from the conditions in the home. So yeah, and again, that would be certified by a doctor. So that's why I'm saying it's things that can only be certified by a doctor, a psychiatrist, or a dentist. I'm not saying that they're minor. I'm not saying the living conditions are minor. I'm saying that they will not do anything about that unless it actually affects the child in a negative way, either physically or mentally, and it would have to be certified by a doctor or a psychiatrist. And yes, people are mentioning the dog again, and they have been called. Animal control has been called. Yes, Big Bad Wolf, you're exactly correct. They're reactive rather than proactive, and that's the way our laws are written. And unfortunately, that's the system we're living with here. She isn't on Section 8, she's on HUD, but it is very similar. I'm sure she does go through some type of inspections, but I don't know when those are. And those are probably announced. So she probably does a cursory cleanup, before they come out. I'm not sure if they have checked on the dog. There have been reports on Reddit that people have called and to report the issues with the dog. I don't know if they were actually in her live. They could be. They could be. Allegheny County Children and Youth may be watching, or somebody. She may just think that, or somebody may be claiming that. Yeah, inspections. She recently, her rent I think is like 155, I think she said, per month. Yeah, she did say she was really far behind on her rent. She claimed to be over $3,000 behind just recently, but she did say that she made some type of arrangement with the property management office to pay that back. That she did make a payment and she made some type of payment arrangement. So I don't know. The family members have been involved for years. They have tried to make efforts. There are some reasons why her other children are not in the home. For those of you not aware, she has 4 children. Abby is 22. Nicole, I think, is 18 or 19. And then there's Cole Jr. Abby was raised mostly by Lisa. Nicole was raised mainly by Lisa's sister, Jess, I think. One of her sisters, either Jess or Ronnie. Cole Jr. lives with the paternal grandparents. And then Jace is the youngest, and he lives with her. So she has 4 children altogether, and the only ones that are minors. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Jess raised Abby. It sounded like Lisa had her a lot during the younger years. So I think later on, yeah. So she has not raised all 4 of these children. Some of them, none of them have been removed per se, but like she voluntarily allowed them to go live with other family members that did try to step in. And so she does not want to let Jace go. And sad to say, I think the main reason that she's holding on to Jace so hard is because he is a paycheck to her. She gets his survivor benefits every month. I'm not sure of the amount, but I've been told that it's around $1,000 a month. So I'm not sure how she will survive once she does not get those survivor benefits. So she does not want to give him up, because then she would have to give up the money. Jace is 11. Yeah, Section 8 and HUD. Yeah, they do evict you if you're far behind, but she said that she's made arrangements. She did show a statement stating that she was over 3,000 behind. That could be a doctored statement, maybe, too. Maybe it was just a ploy to try to get money from people. I'm not sure. But she did show a letter saying that she owed over 3,000, and then her explanation when people asked about that was that she made a payment and she made some arrangements to pay back her the amount she owed. Yeah, she was never married to Cole Sr. She had also lied about how he had passed. When I first started watching her, she was telling everyone that he fell off of a roof, or he fell off of a ladder that was going up to a roof or something, because he worked in construction. But that, in fact, is not how he passed. He OD'd in a hotel room with another woman, and Lisa is still obviously very upset by that, because she was even just posting about that recently. She's still very upset with this person who apparently was her friend. She considered to be her friend, that was with Cole when he passed. Okay, Skeletor, thanks. Um, so I can't check it right now, but I will check. Um, so I'm not sure if anybody else has any other questions, but she has a long, long history of begging and scamming, and it seems like she goes on binges where you don't hear from her for a while. She has a pattern, and then all of a sudden she's just on constantly for days, back and forth. And so many people have tried to step in and help her. There are a lot of TikTok creators on this app who have tried to step in and intervene and get her help, and have made suggestions to her and told their own stories, and offered her help, like offered her resources, offered her jobs, all types of things. And she just has never taken advantage of any of those things. She keeps promising to go to rehab, and she just doesn't go. And when those people join her box, it seems like she listens to maybe about the first 2 or 3 sentences, and then she just tunes out. You can tell she's just not even paying attention. She's not even looking at her screen anymore. She's hardly ever looking at the comments. She's looking around. Like, you can tell she's not paying attention. She's zoomed out. What do her parents think? My understanding is that her mother sticks up for her to CPS when they come around. Her father gives her rides to the clinic 6 days a week. There have been times where he's expressed anger because she has said certain things on live about the family, and he has gotten upset with her. I do think that they are helping to enable her, in a way, with, providing rides and providing transportation. And I've also heard that the mother sometimes, that was why her dad got mad that one time. She even admitted it. She said that sometimes she gets extra rugs from her mother. Yeah. So that's not good. And apparently she said something along those lines while she was on live, and her dad found out, and he was really upset with her and cursed at her on live. Yeah. So there's a lot. There's a whole family dynamic. I'm not, the family, some of the sisters have tried to intervene, but it's really difficult, because even after they help, she ends up going on TikTok and bashes them and makes up lies about them and stuff like that. And even after they've helped her. So for their own, Jess has stated that for her own sanity, she has taken a step back and from the situation, because she has her own life to live, and Lisa has not been appreciative of any of the help she's provided to Lisa. I'm not sure what else to say about it. There's a lot. If you look, yeah, I heard Jess deactivated her account, and they were interacting a little bit on Reddit, but recently it seemed like her sister Ronnie got upset with some of the things being said on Reddit, because people were being very critical as to what actions they are taking or not taking, and I don't think she's participating in the Reddit anymore, because people were very critical of what they were doing, and she implied that they were working on some things behind the scenes. They just weren't putting it out on social media. So we don't know what they're doing. They could be working on things. They could have something proceeding in the court. They could be trying to take action, but they're not. They're just not putting out all their business on social media. So I'm not sure if there's anything else I can answer. Are you still there, homie? If you wanna
I'm still here.
hop back in. Oh, okay.
You're just on echo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's not echoing on my end.
On my end.
Oh, okay. Here, I can mute if you want to say anything. Maybe that'll help.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah, so what I want a lot of people to, uh, okay, um, yes, it was echoing. So what I want a lot of people to know is when people enable Lisa here by donating, whether it's TikTok gifts or sending to Cash App or PayPal or Venmo, whatever payment methods Lisa has, please remember, I want everybody to please remember that you people could be donating to her own demise. And when I say her own demise, I mean all it takes is one bad dose, one bad, just a little too much, and that's the sad part about it is that people, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion uh, regarding Lisa. My opinion is that there are people out there. There are people out there that actually want to see Lisa end up unalived. That's my opinion. That's why there's enablers out there that want to see it, and they hope to see it while she's live streaming. That's my opinion. My opinion is that people enable Lisa by donating to the Cash App to everything else, and they hope that they will see her unalived on the live stream. And guess who's the one that is gonna find Lisa on the floor? It's gonna be Jace. Jace is the one that is gonna be finding Lisa on the floor, and we see that with a lot of people that are on Hugs. We really see it, and I believe that, and like I said, in my opinion, that's what some of these people want to see happen. They want to see her unalive, OD on a live stream, and then after that, what are they gonna do after that? What are they gonna do after that? They're gonna move on to the next person. Good evening, everybody. I apologize. I respect everybody who's in a box because Scam Slam has a lot of information, and whenever somebody's in a box, I give them all the respect and let them provide facts and truths. But like I said, in my opinion, that's what I think that they're trying to do. These people that enable Lisa, I believe that they're waiting for her demise on a live stream, and that's just my opinion. So, good evening, SP.
Hey, are we echoing with me up here? I hear myself.
Someone wanted me to correct something about the picture that was posted on her Instagram. Apparently, the person in that picture is not the person named Stephanie who was dating her ex, which is Cole Sr. It's someone that she thinks that's creating some type of fake accounts about Lisa. Like creating some type of fake account to pester her or harass her or bully her or whatever she says. So I honestly don't know the name or the identity of that person. That was just what I had read on Reddit. So I do want to make that correction that is not the person that Cole Sr. was dating. I'm not sure who this person is. So maybe that will be revealed. Check Reddit for updates.
And he had been with this lady for like 5 or 6 years. That Lisa is still pining over. He was with this lady for 6 years. Him and Lisa had been separated that long. But Lisa. So I don't know if a lot of y'all know Miss Ashy Cat. This is the same kind of situation. People would literally send her money hoping that they could see her overdose on a live stream. The police were so worried about Miss Ashley Cat that while she was live, they would watch her live and sit outside her apartment. And when she would nod out, they would hit that whoop, whoop to wake her up. There's all kinds of videos out there showing it. And there's people that will do that. There's a word for it. We looked it up one day. I can't remember it and I can't even say it. But I've known Lisa for very, 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 very long time. She reached out to me and told me she was in a domestic violence situation. From that domestic violence situation, she went, just like Scam Slam said, into the son having, and we won't go over all the list because Scam Slam, she covered just about everything that, but here lately, so Lisa has been a nodder, okay? She's a downer. But here lately, you can tell that I think that she is going between methamphetamines and crack. Crack is very expensive, and that's what gives you the crazy eyes. But these sores all over her face, those look like methamphetamine places, because when you're high on methamphetamines, you feel like you see little bugs under your skin, and that's why you see a lot of people who's on methamphetamine with a bunch of sores on their faces, and that's because they're digging for those little bugs. And so, like I said, at times I feel like like when her lip was burnt, definitely crack cocaine. You ain't going to burn your lip smoking methamphetamines. You will burn the hell out of your lip with some crack cocaine, though. We do know that Abby is also an addict to crack cocaine, as well as her son, her 16-year-old son. It's a whole family that they need help. They need help because they're all going to die. They're all going to die. And they need help. I'm going down in the comments.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that there is issues with Cole Jr. He has admittedly been to a rehab himself for some type of drug use. And recently, I want to say maybe about a month or two ago, she actually was on live and was selling some type of prescriptions to Cole Jr. Because Cole Jr. said something like, don't give me the fake stuff like you gave me last time. And so he is still a minor. And if you remember when I was talking about CPS, they do step in. They don't step in when the parents just is on rugs, but they do step in if a child is involved, if the parent is providing rugs to the child purposefully or accidentally and is impaired by that. So if anything happens with Cole Jr. and these rugs, she will be held responsible for that. That is something that CPS will step in on. But again, it would have to be something that is verified by a hospital, a doctor. So Cole Jr. stays with the paternal grandparents, so his father's parents. I don't think that Jace is on anything at this point. I think he's really angry that his mother is. I don't think he's involved with that at all, but I think he's certainly around it. I think he's certainly around it with both Lisa and with Abby. Abby lives there off and on. She's there sometimes. She doesn't permanently live there. She's kind of in and out. Sometimes she stays with her boyfriend, and sometimes she stays at Lisa's house. Yeah, unfortunately. And you have to think, like with Jace, again, he's a victim. So I try to not be critical when he does lash out or curse or whatever. I mean, this is the environment that he's grown up in. To him, that this is normal for them to talk to each other this way. This is the way he's been raised. He is still a victim in this situation, but he doesn't want to leave her. And you have to remember that he lost his father to an OD, and he doesn't want to lose his mother too. As much as he sounds angry toward her, and the way he speaks to her and things like that, I'm sure that he does love his mother, and he does not want to lose another parent. And I don't think she's ever properly gotten him any type of grief counseling or anything like that. I think that since Cole Sr. passed away, Lisa has spiraled downward into her addiction. And yeah, and Jace didn't get the proper attention or counseling or help or anything like that since that happened. I know a lot because I watch them. I watch her a lot, and I've done a lot of research online. I've watched a lot of videos on TikTok. I've watched Reddit. I actually have not spoken with her. I've messaged with her. I've had messages with her. She just messaged me this morning. So I've had communication with her.
And like I said, I've been watching Lisa for a while. Yeah, they claim that Abby is still pregnant. Um, Here, let me bring. Oh, okay. I brought Queen of All Trades in. Are you there?
Yes. Hi.
Okay. Good evening.
Hi. A lot of you guys know that I've dealt with Lisa on and off this app. When I met her, and I just want to forewarn you guys. I know that you guys have big hearts, and we all want to see her get better. And if you decide to make contact with her off of this app and allow her into your more private world, is just try to protect yourself and your heart, because it's a very toxic situation with trying to help her. She doesn't want, she says she wants the help, but then she doesn't. I've had personal conversations with her. I've also made it very clear that she has confirmed that she does use the donations for hugs, which is still mind-boggling to me that people are still giving it to her. In regards to the CPS situation, I'm sorry if I'm repeating what you guys have already said. I've kind of been in and out, but I've already talked with her sisters about the CPS callings, and just know that it's not helping our case in trying to save Jace, because unfortunately there are some outlandish phone calls getting sent to CPS about Lisa that they go to. I did not call CPS. That's not me. Anyways, the CPS has basically taken it as somewhat of harassment for Lisa, and they're not taking the calls seriously anymore. So you have to be careful. We have to be careful on how much is being flooded in the CPS system in her area. It wasn't a phone call, so there's people with mixed feelings on that. It was an Instagram call. It was not a personal phone call. And I literally was not trying to do more than just show awareness that we are enabling her hug use. So I apologize to Lisa about that. I apologize to the community about that if y'all took it a different direction, but I'm literally just one to want to save someone's life, and it is what it is with that. But me and Lisa have spoken about that. She flip-flops. She'll say, oh, everything's okay, I forgive you, and then she wants to put you in as the villain or the topic of conversation to make her look like the victim on live so she can obtain donations, sympathy donations about it. But I would just say be careful with flooding the CPS calls, because it's not helping according to her family, because they're getting outlandish accusations that they can't prove when they go and visit her home. I don't know what some of those accusations are, but they're not what is being seen on lives. It's more outlandish stuff. I do wish Lisa and Jace the very best. And that's all I'm going to say. Just try to guard your heart. I know you guys have hearts and you guys want to help her. And just be careful. That's all, because it got very overwhelming for me. And that's why I had to back off with allowing her to have personal contact with me. So Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Queen of all trades. I appreciate you getting in the box and kind of sharing some of the information that you have regarding Lisa.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hop down. Thank you.
You're welcome, Queen of all trades. Um, and this is another thing that, and a lot of people are already know that what Lisa does is also she'll reach out to people off of TikTok and she'll start requesting money. She'll start requesting money from people off of TikTok. And that's what Lisa does. Um, some people messaged me last night uh, where Lisa was requesting money from, not just TikTok, Instagram, from everywhere. And, that's the sad part about it is she'll get off TikTok or Instagram or whatever social media she's on, and she'll start requesting money from people. And that's what Lisa does. Not from you, Gotch one, yes. So, uh, like I said, there's a lot of worry out there, and I'll reiterate it. Uh, at the end of the day, if we don't continue to bring awareness about what Lisa is doing, uh, the demise is going to be very sad. And I'm going to make it very loud and clear. I'm going to make this loud and clear. When I bring awareness, I don't want to see people fail. I want to see people succeed. And that goes for Lisa. That goes for anybody that I bring awareness about. I don't want to see people fail. I want to see people succeed. And that goes for anybody that I bring awareness about, because that is, the hope. Somebody was talking about the other day that Lisa was a lost cause. I'm not going to say that about anybody. I'm not going to sit here and say that somebody's a lost cause, because that's not how I think. I'm never going to say that about anybody, because at the end of the day, no. People do recover. And that's, yeah, exactly. No one is a lost cause. I seen that. I seen that on another live stream. I just can't believe people will say that. So people do recover, and nobody is a lost cause. Nobody. Yes, yes. You're right, Hazel. Like I said, you're right. The woman did apologize, and I'm not. So I'm not serious. I'm not gonna bash anybody. I didn't throw no names out there or anything like that. So I'm just saying nobody is a lost cause. Yeah, no. I understand, Hazel, but like I said, I believe that people do recover. I really do, and I hope for the best for Lisa. We,
Yeah, and I totally agree with that as well. Um, we do hope for the best for her, but her issue right now is she really denies even having a problem. I mean, we can all see it; it's obvious, but she's still in denial that she even has a problem here. And so it's really sad, and I'm not sure what's going to get her to that point where she's going to finally get the help she needs. She has to take those steps, and it's just unfortunate, the whole entire situation.
it is. It is. Yes, Carol. I do have somebody else that we're gonna bring awareness about. That's very true, and I see a lot of people saying that she needs to want to help herself. I completely understand, but yeah, she needs to want to help herself. But please remember that what I mentioned earlier, as far as what some people are hoping that happens to her while she's live streaming. and that's why people enable her, and they send her a lot of they send her TikTok gifts or Cash Apps, Venmos, PayPal's, whatever it is that she has, because they're hoping for her demise on the live stream on TikTok, and that's my opinion. And everybody else has their own opinion, and I'm gonna bring awareness about Lisa, and I'm gonna continue to do it. And like I said, my opinion and everybody else's opinion, everybody has their own opinion. But at the end of the day, that's what I see people wanting with Lisa. And you're right, Bia. All we can do is pray for her and hope that one of these days she'll take the step in the right direction to helping herself out. Thank you, Lee. That she takes the step in the right direction and wants to help herself out, and that's the hope. But there's not bringing awareness. When people told me yesterday that I was already too late to bring awareness about her because so many people, you can never be too late. Jayza, Trisha, send me a message. I have a long list of people, to be honest. I have a big list of people that I'm looking into. So like I said, I'm going to continue to bring awareness. It's never too late. It never is. And that's why I stressed it to people in the comments yesterday, that when they were telling me, well, you're already too late, and a lot of people brought awareness about her, and I'm like, you know what? Whether people like it or not, I'm going to bring awareness, and that's what I'm going to continue doing, because that's what I do. That's what I do. I bring awareness, and it's never too late, because the moment people stop bringing awareness about somebody, whoever it is, I don't know. I'm passionate about what I do. I take what I do very seriously, and I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. Whether, like I said, there's people that are not going to like what I do by bringing awareness, but I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, whether people like it or not. Hey, it's everybody's prerogative at that point. And that's just how I'm going to continue to do this, because I hope everybody succeeds. That's what I hope. Everybody succeeds that is dry begging, scamming people. I just don't want to see people fail. I want to see people do good. But what else can I do? I can't stop people's money trains, but I can hope and pray that we can slow it down. That's all I could do. That's all I could do, everybody. So I want to thank Scam.
Oh, not sure if you can hear me, but I can't hear you right now. Somebody asked where to find her lives. Her lives are restreamed on YouTube. There are several people who have videos of her that you can go back and watch. And some of them are on the ISYBW YouTube. Some are on the YouTube channel called Kai Fotze, which is KAI F as in Frank OTZE, Kai Fotze. I also believe that Nookie may have some on his page. So there's a variety of YouTube creators that have a lot of historical videos that you can go back to watch.
Yeah, and I want to thank Scam Slap for getting in the box and sharing her information regarding Lisa. And I'm going to do this again, because I like to hold live streams where we focus on a certain person or two. And I'll do another live stream regarding Lisa Loves Jace. I'll do another one, and we'll have Scam Slam back. We'll welcome other people as well. We'll welcome more people in the boxes as well. So I want to thank Scam Slam for coming in the box, and I'll let Scam Slam unmute while I mute.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm happy to share, and I'm continuing to do my thing and bring awareness as much as possible as well. I appreciate you having me, and welcome to join back anytime. Just message me, and I will drop.
And if you don't follow Scam Slam, please follow Scam Slam. And good evening, everybody. Thank you to everybody that supports us in bringing awareness. And people wonder, because I get a lot of messages about, how many people do you cover? Do you cover these people? Do you cover these people? Do you cover these people? And I'm just going to show you real quick. Let me show everybody real quick my main account, because a lot of people wonder, where are you say you cover a lot of people, but let me show everybody real quick before we move on to the next one, because I cover a lot of people. So this is my main account, and these are all videos, everybody. So when I tell people I cover a lot of people, these are all videos on my main account. So that's why